Welcome to Disney All-Star Sports Resort. This is one of Disney's value hotels, and it's pretty awesome. It's packed with a ton of fun, with larger-than-life sports theming. Just about everywhere you look, you're going to see giant football helmets, surfboards, basketballs, baseball bats, and a ton more. So join us as we take you on this step-by-step tour and discover some of the magic that this resort has to offer. So here we are at the front entrance by Stadium Hall, and this is actually where you're going to find Bell Services. You know, if you've got luggage or need help with your bags when you arrive or check out, this is where you'll come. They're available 24 hours a day, though sometimes you might have to wait if it's a little bit busier, kind of like it is now. As we head on inside, this is of course the main lobby, which Disney calls Stadium Hall. This is where you're going to find check-in and guest services, and normally check-in is around 3 p.m. But if you do online check-in through the app, you might actually be able to go straight to your room as soon as it's ready. But it's really an awesome area with a lot of theming, as you can see, and this is where you're going to be able to find plenty of cast members that can help you with whatever your needs may be at that time, whether you need help with park tickets or dining reservations or just whatever other questions you may have during your stay. This is where you're going to want to go to get that kind of help. Off of the lobby over here, as you can tell, there are restrooms available with drinking fountains, and one of the main reasons I wanted to take you over to this area is it's nice to know where they have these water bottle refill stations. They're located at different places around the resort, but I wanted to point that out to you so you knew where that was at. Over here we have Sport Goofy. This is where you're going to find all of your gifts and sundries and just anything that you might need on your trip. As we scan around, you can kind of see more of the main lobby, and that goes to the other part of the resort. But as we come into the gift shop here, I just wanted to show you some of the merchandise that they had at this time while we were staying here. It's really a fun little spot, again, along with the rest of the resort. Lots of cool artwork and just design and theming all throughout. But you can of course pick up your Disney souvenirs, any snacks that they have, any toiletry items that you may have forgotten or just ran out of or need on your trip for whatever reason. They of course have other things like autograph books and mugs and t-shirts and pretty much anything you could ever ask for. If you need sunglasses or a hat or whatever else, you know, this is where you're going to find all of that and more, of course. What's nice though, as we kind of come around the corner here, as we look through some of this merchandise, as I mentioned before, they actually have a section where you can buy food. And that's super nice for as long as the gift shop is open, that if you just wanted a quick bite to eat or just a snack to take back to your room, you can kind of get some grab and go items here in the gift shop. And that's where that section is here. They do have, again, some of your kind of basic necessities. If you need some medication, some cough drops or allergy medicine like Benadryl or things of that nature, you can get that along with gallons of milk or some other drinks and snacky foods that you might want to munch on or take to the park even. That's a really nice option. Just, again, things you can just quickly grab and go and stuff in a park bag and take along with you as you go. Again, as I said, we've got some resort mugs, and every resort gift shop is a little bit different, but they've got a lot of cool merchandise here that you're going to want to at least come and check out. Even if you don't buy anything, there's a lot of cool things to look at. Then coming out here to the right is actually where you can get on a bus to go to any of the Disney parks or Disney Springs, and each bus stop is marked so you can know obviously where it is that that bus is going to be taking you. So you just want to be aware of that Usually in the mornings, buses will start arriving about 45 minutes before the park opens, and they keep going until about an hour after the park closes. Down here at the end is actually also where you're going to get dropped off or picked up if you have bus transport from and to the airport. Typically these resort buses, though, they are going to take you along the way and pick you up every about 20 minutes or so. So keep that in mind, because there's going to be different points where, you know, it might be a little bit slower and you might have to wait a little bit longer, so your mileage is going to vary there. But as we come through the rest of the resort here, as we go down the hallway here, you see off up here and to the right, we have Game Point Arcade. And it's just your pretty typical average arcade, but it's a nice option to just be able to have some fun if you don't want to necessarily go out to the parks. But they're going to have some basic stuff. And over here, as you can see, there's recreation activities. This is the current schedule at the time and the different days of the week and the different activities that they had at the resort. If you want to pause it, you can take a closer look at that. As we kind of scan around here, you're going to see you got a photo booth there, and then all sorts of different arcade games that you know, you might be able to find to enjoy. Got a lot of different options, and it's typically pretty noisy in here. So if you are easily stimulated by a lot of noise or different things going on, you may want to kind of avoid this area, especially if there's a lot of people here. But yeah, it's again just a nice option and opportunity. If it's raining, or again, maybe you're not having a park day, you're having a resort day, and you just want to do something inside, you know, this is a good option to kind of escape the heat and just have a little bit of fun here at the resort. To get access to these games, you're obviously going to need to pay for basically upload some money on a card, where you can see the machines kind of closer up at the entrance of the arcade, and then you take your game card and you utilize that for the credits on the games, and then you're able to play for as long as you have money or want to spend the time with. Across from the arcade, as you can see, this is End Zone Food Court. This is where you're going to grab most of your meals if you're eating here at the resort. This is actually the only place really that you're going to be able to get food here, specifically on this particular property. I just wanted to let you know that they're open around 6:30 or so in the morning, and they stay open till about 11 at night. And there's quite a few different options as I kind of scan around, and there's several different things that you can get. This is with a lot of the snacks and kind of the bakery type section. But they've got all sorts of different things where you can customize, kind of create your own entrees, you can see up there on the screen, and lots of different options for different eaters that you may have in your party. And then again, you do have some more like pre-made things and sandwiches and things, some kind of grab and go items and other things that you can get back here. And of course you got your refillable mugs that you can purchase, which is nice. If you drink a lot of soda, you purchase that, and then here at the resort you can go and get basically unlimited soda, as much as you can drink. Again, we've got a few more options: some burgers, some hot dogs, some chicken sandwiches, some other various things. Got some pizza, some spaghetti and meatballs, and that kind of fun stuff. I just thought this was a fun little picture here. The All-Star Sports Baseball team photo of Mickey and his pals. And then we got a couple other grab and go items here at the checkout. So this is where you will pay, but just a quick scan around here one last time. Get a better idea of what we're looking at here. And then across the way is Grandstand Spirits. This is actually where you can get some alcoholic beverages, and there's actually on the outside is where you would have access from the pool. But here's a little quick snapshot of some of the things that they have to offer. And then just kind of scanning around here in the dining hall, here's some different places where you can sit once you get your food, and then kind of come around here to the beverage station. And there are drinks stations on both sides here. You've got your regular soda, you've got some condiments and your silverware that you're going to need. They have coffee available, and of course you can get water, and they've got quite a few different options for the different beverages that you're going to want. And then coming through, this is where you can put your tray in your trash and all that once you're done with your food. And then here's kind of the main sitting area. Out here you got a few booths and tables, and as you can see, this is a pretty packed time of day with everything going on. But it's just, again, amazing to see all the different Disney artwork and just the different theming that they have throughout this entire resort. Is just really fun if you actually get a chance to come in and look at all the different things that the Imagineers were able to put into each of these spaces. It's just really cool to see. It just makes your overall experience, I think, just that much more fun, having all the theming that Disney offers at their resorts. It's really cool. So then coming out here, again, here's another place where you can put your trash and your trays and anything else once you're done with your food. But what I wanted to do is kind of take you on a quick tour around the rest of the resort here, and this is one of the sections here where the rooms are located. This is the touchdown section, where it's obviously football themed, where you have a lot of big, giant football helmets and footballs, and as you can see, there's a lot going on. This was a time where we were staying where they had a bunch of cheer competitions going on, and this is where all the cheerleaders were practicing and getting ready for their competitions. Well, next out here is actually the baseball section, and this is the home run hotel and grand pool section. This is actually the second pool. It's not the main pool, but the second pool that they have here at All-Star Sports. And it's actually shaped like a baseball diamond, which is really cool. Goofy's actually right in the middle of the pitcher's mound, spraying water out at everybody, which makes it really fun. And normally speaking, it's generally quite a bit quieter than the main pool. So when there's not a cheer competition going on, this is actually a pretty good place to be. And in fact, you can see they even have some bathrooms back here with a drinking fountain and a water refill station, as well as laundry facility, which is really nice if you're staying here for a while and you need to wash your clothes for whatever reason, or if you have an accident for a small kid or whatever happens, you spill coffee or soda on yourself or something and need to get it clean, you do have that option here. So again, just another kind of scan of this area. Again, super well themed. You can see the stadium seating kind of there off in the far right, but just really, really cool. As we come back here to the touchdown section, we're going to go around the back side of it. You can see the big football there, but just trying to avoid all of the chaos of what's going on with the cheer competition. Now, we're heading back here to the main section of this hotel, around to the surfboard bay pool area, which is where the main pool is at here at All-Star Sports. But before we get there, off to the left, immediately falling down that path there, there's actually a gated playground area for children. That's really cool. So I wanted to point that out so you're aware of that. But here we are again to the surfboard section. Again, this is the main pool. This is where most of the action happens here. Yeah, this is where usually during the afternoon, Disney has all sorts of activities and music going on throughout the day. Just sometimes some trivia, among other things, which is pretty consistent with a lot of the other Disney resorts. There's also some other outside games and other amenities that you can have fun with kind of around this main area of the resort. And then, as I said before, kind of right behind me is going to be where the pool bar is at. So you can, outside of the pool, get a drink and kind of bring that in and enjoy some time soaking in some sun and cooling off in the heat. But yeah, so here's a look of the main pool. then this is where the main kind of hallway is that connects you back to the food court and the arcade and the gift shop in the main lobby. And then over here to the right, as I make my way here around the corner, again, you can check out the pool. It's a pretty nice sized pool. Nothing too crazy. There is no water slide, but there is a kid's splash pad back in the back there, kind of straight back in the distance. And of course you can see they've got life jackets among other things for the kids. But here is the Surf's Up bathhouse. This is actually where they have another guest laundry facility, which again, as I said, is really nice. They have an option for you to be able to buy laundry detergent off here to the right. And I guess if you wanted to wait in here with your laundry, they even have a massage chair. And you don't have to pay if you just want to sit there, but if you want to use it to get a massage, then you do have to do that. And it looks like it's a couple bucks for the detergent there. But if you go through and you look, it's about $3.25 to wash and $3.25 to dry. So it's about $6.50 plus the cost of detergent. So, I mean, probably about almost $9 or $10 to do a load of laundry, but that's not bad if you're going to be there for a while and you just really want to have your clothes clean for whatever reason. Again, here's another water bottle refill station and a drinking fountain, as well as men's and women's bathroom. And in these bathrooms, actually, they do have showers, which is really, really nice, which also include body wash, shampoo, and conditioner, which is completely free to all resort guests, which is a really nice option, especially if your room is not ready, but you want to swim and then have to get cleaned up afterwards again, and you can't go back to your room because it's not ready yet. That's really nice. And, or if you have a later flight and you've already checked out of your room, this is still available for you along with all the other resort amenities on your checkout day. So this makes it super convenient and easy to continue to enjoy what's left of your vacation. Well, as we head along the way, here is again, the Surf's Up section where more rooms are located. And again, there's some other various lawn games, as I pointed out earlier, that they kind of have spread throughout the resort. And then coming along here is also the tennis section. This is where you're going to have, oversized tennis rackets, and we've got, Donald Duck and Huey, Dewey, and Louis playing baseball while Donald is wanting to play tennis. They decided that was not what they wanted to do. They wanted to play baseball instead, and so Donald's kind of back in the back here, and he's not too happy about it. But again, it's just really, really cool. Another section of the resort where you have just larger than life theming and just a lot of fun for kids and for, young families, but really families of all ages. It's just a really nice hotel overall and just a really fun place to be. Well, as we head back here, we're going to make our way coming up here to the Hoops section. It's Hoops Hotel area of All-Star Sports. And as you'll see, as I kind of make my way back here, they've got, giant basketballs and a court-like layout, which just makes it a really fun spot for anyone who loves basketball. And yeah, it's just a really nice resort. Again, the All-Star resorts can typically be a little bit louder because you're going to have a lot of people here, but it kind of depends on, again, the time of year and the season that you're in. But yeah, it's a great place to be. Well, which section do you think you'd like to stay in? The football touchdown section, or maybe the hoops or center court section? Or maybe you'd rather stay in Home Run Hotel? Let us know in the comments what you think and which section you like best. Also, be sure to stick around. We have a lot of other resort and room tours coming up on the channel, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to check out some of our other videos for more great Disney content, like the one here at the top of the screen.